In this video, we're going to be talking about what's a better bang for your buck using influencers or just running a normal social media ad campaign. So I'm going to jump on my screen and we're going to compare the two. Now, when it comes to determining if you should use an influencer versus a social media campaign, it's going to vary depending on your niche, what your goal is, and just overall who you can utilize. So the way you can think about it is an influencer is going to do the same thing. It's going to get you views on a certain piece of content. And compared to a social media campaign, that's doing the same thing, but influencers come with that inherent trust that they've built, that relationship they built, and they come with highly targeted, usually individuals, depending on the type of person you're choosing as an influencer. There's lots of different categories. They can be super general, they could be something like comedy, or they could be niched down super small, something like food or drinks. So what we need to do is go in and look at these influencers' most recent, not just normal posts, but their ads, their most recent ads that they've run, and compare that to the cost of a normal social media campaign. Now, the cost for a social media campaign varies based off of your niche, but the average cost for every 1,000 views you get when you're running an ad on Facebook or Instagram or one of those platforms is usually around $10 to $12, and that will vary based off the niche. So the first thing we need to do in order to compare the two and see which might be more beneficial for us is to find some influencers. So you may have ones that you found just looking up things on Instagram, looking up locations or different hashtags, or you can look at influencer marketing platforms like Collabster. It's free. You just create a free profile and you can see the cost for influencers and search throughout. So for example, let's say I want to run an Instagram ad and I want it to be in food and drink. I would just search in here and I'd find some people that I think are a good fit for this. And I can sort this by, let's say I want it to be a reel. I can choose how many followers I want them to have and their location and even price. So I'm going to pull up one that I already found just to show you an example here. So this profile right here, they have 75,000 followers on Instagram. We can see that they are charging for one Instagram reel $300. So what I would do from here is I'm going to open up a sheet that I made and I'm going to go find their most recent ad posts and find how many views each of those ad posts actually had so I can see how valuable a post from them would be. So for example, I would click into his profile here and it's a little bit easier to do this on mobile and see it, but I click into his profile and I'd start going through all the posts here and scrolling down. And a lot of times when you see an ad post here, for example, let me scroll down on these, you'll see something up here that says paid promotion. So right here where it says paid promotion, we know this is a paid sponsorship. So I'd copy that link. I'd move it over to my sheet here. And in order to get the views, you can't see it on desktop here, but if you go on mobile and click into Reels, you'll see these views right here. So I would just find that same post, which was right here. And I know that has 15,900. That's his most recent ad. And I'd go through and just look for anywhere where he has that paid partnership logo. For example, he had one on this post, and this post as well. So I wrote those numbers down here for each of these recent posts and the views they got. You can take the average, or if you want, you can take the median as well. You can see one did really well, one did decent, and two did eh. So if we add up the average, we'll see the average post for him got 47,000 views. And if we take every 1,000 views being worth that $10 to $12, we'll use 12 for this. That means if we got an average post from him, it would be worth about $570. And we know he said he charges for one reel $300. So we would be saving money by using him. And on top of that, you would also get the benefits of the trust he's built. You know that the audience is interested in that topic because they're already following him. So right for this example, it would be more beneficial to go with this influencer than spend that money on another campaign. Now, you do have a little bit of risk of getting one of these lower amount of viewers, and you could always run the numbers for that, because if you were this ad that he got, then you would probably not want to go with the influencer and would want to use a normal Instagram or Facebook ad. Now let's do one more example here. So this next example, we have someone who is another food person here. And if I go load their profile, we can see they have 100 to 500,000 followers. And when we click in, it's going to bring up their profile. They have 165,000. And I'm going to go through the same process. I'm going to click on their post, look for that paid partnership logo. And sometimes they won't put it, but you can tell it is a paid promo as well. So right here, paid partnership with this brand. So I'm going to copy this down. And again, we did the same thing as we did before. I went and grabbed their 4 most recent ads. And the more you can grab, the better, the more accurate this will be. And you can see they had pretty steady views, and then one that had a little bit higher. So for something like this, instead of doing the average here, which is this number, I would probably put something like 30,000 just to see. So we're just going to say 30,000 here. And you can see that their worth is $360 for one of their posts, but they are charging one Instagram reel $1,000. So they're overcharging by a lot compared to their recent ads. So this is an example where this person would not be beneficial to work with based off of their recent ad performance. We would have a lot better time running normal Facebook or Instagram ads. So you're able to do this for any of these influencers and see what the actual cost is compared to what it would be for running an actual Facebook ad. Now, influencers should be a little bit more expensive than Facebook or Instagram ads because, again, you're getting a very targeted audience. They have that trust and that relationship already built. So you have to kind of weigh the factors and see what would be beneficial to you. A lot of times it's better to test both and not put all your eggs into one influencer or one ad campaign, and testing is really the way to do it. So you can use this to see what would be beneficial using an influencer or creating an ad.
Tired of feeling overwhelmed with marketing your small business? Let our experienced marketing team help your business grow. With personalized strategies tailored to meet your needs, we'll help you stand out in a crowded market. Contact us today for more information at foxsocialmedia.com.